Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining us here at Momentum again. I'm Andrew Merritt, and today we're going to be looking at John 13, 34 through 35. So let's go ahead and dive right in. As I read the verse, it will be on the screen somewhere so you can read it with me. A new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. Again, that's John 13, 34 and 35. And as always, you can find our links to social media below, and feel free to follow us, talk with us, subscribe on YouTube. Let us know what you like, what you don't, and more importantly, just talk with us. We want to go into this with you guys. If you have any prayer requests, our email will also be in the description below. So please send them to us. We will pray for each and every single one of them. And if you want us to talk with you or call and pray with you over the phone, we're also open to do that as well. So let's go ahead and dive into this Devo. Now, this verse popped up in my head a little bit back when there was so much going on in the news about just everything going on in America right now. And it brought to my mind this verse and a song called We Need Love by Aloe Blacc that he got from a TV show called Songland, where songwriters go and pitch their songs to these famous artists for them to take and use and produce. So this song talks about the fact that we need love, but I'd even add to that and say we need an abundance of love. We need more than just a little bit. We need an incredible amount of love right now. With everything going on, we need love. And looking at this verse, it was about when Jesus was speaking to Peter about how he would betray him when it came time for Jesus to be put on trial. Jesus is also talking about how everything that he had said would happen. He would be crucified. Peter would betray him 3 times before the rooster crowed. But this verse also goes along with my favorite Bible verse, John 15:13. Greater love has no man than this, for him to lay his life down for his friends. Now, let's take a second and look at the part that most of us have heard our whole lives and don't really think much about because it's been pounded into our heads so much. Jesus died for all of us. All of us. Those that were, those that are currently, like you and me, and those that are to come. He allowed himself to be the sacrifice for all of us, where we didn't even deserve a drop of redemption or grace or mercy. He took the worst possible punishment for all of us. When we should have been there, we should have been on that cross. We have all heard this many times, but we rarely stop and really put into perspective that fact that Jesus died for all of us. And here, we are called to match that love. Now, this isn't calling us to put ourselves in harm's way, necessarily, but this is calling us to be selfless, willing to give everything of ourselves out of love. America's political climate and social climate are at a historical breaking point right now. And what we aren't seeing is a lot of love and a lot of sacrifice. We as Christians are also further called out with Christ's representation. Through his love, others should be able to see that we are Christians if we claim such. Now, what do we do when someone is hard to love or hard to work with or even unlovable? The easiest answer is sacrifice and love. Now you may say, but that's exactly what I'm struggling to do. Well, here's my humble rebuttal. Christ loved, so should we. Christ loved, so should we. Throughout this year, I will be diving into these stories of Christ loving everyone, including the unlovable or the untouchable. So be looking out for these videos in the future. But now in conclusion, we are called to love. There's no way around this, especially for Christians. It is our duty to love. And yes, there will be times of difficulty in this. And there will be people that you will seem impossible to love. But This is because we are human. But, and again, in rebuttal to that, so was Christ. Christ was God and human, which is a whole nother thing we won't dive into right now. But he was human. So let us move away from all of this hatred, all this discord among everyone, and move towards love. Love that we've received from God and have been called to spread. So just think about this as you're moving throughout your day, your week, whatever you have going on. God has called us to love. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.